it's always a good time to have you guys around. Thanks for watching again. Royal Syrup Gamer here. If you, again, for those of you that have come in after I said this earlier, if you have any game suggestions for me, you can always send those to gmail.com, royalsyrupgamer@gmail.com, and I will look at those, see what is... So if it's short enough, if it's an old game, I can do it on a Super Sweet Sunday, like I'm doing Gravius tomorrow. Someone asked me to do that recently, and I'm going to be doing that one tomorrow, and then, there are other games as well that I can do that are very short if they're older. But if they're newer games, I kind of have to plan those out. Like a lot of the stream earlier, and someone else has also said that they wanted me to do Dark Souls 3 when it comes out for Switch, and so that might be the next long game I do after this. I know, Will, you mentioned Xenoblade Chronicles X. Other Will mentioned Pokemon, so if there's anything that you would like me to do, like I said, I'm always down for suggestions. And too many long games is impossible for me to do, but I needed some short games as well. So if you have any N64 era games, I don't need that ice rod on anymore. In fact, I'll just drop it. Oh, you've been in here a while, Dexter, then. Yeah, everything kind of has a learning curve and how the mechanics of the game works. But if you do have any suggestions, just let me know, especially N64 or earlier games, because those games usually I can do in a weekend, unless it's Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time. I could probably do Ocarina of Time in the summer. I could probably do it in 3 or 4 live streams, just because I know the game so well, which... It's so hard for me to, people are always like, what is your favorite Legend of Zelda game? And it's always so hard for me to choose. Hey, Octorok, no! You better run, because if you come out again, you're done. I told you. I have a pretty good top 5. My top 5 are... this game, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Link's Awakening, Link to the Past, and then the original Legend of Zelda. And also, if you haven't... Oh, bear! No. You're cool. Those are my top 5, but I just keep, switching the order every time someone asks me. So... I've probably played the original one the most, and I have done a speed run of it, and I have not sent it in, but I do have the video of the whole speed run, and it would put me in 119th place all time for speed runs. So for the original Legend of Zelda, my goal is this summer to try to work it down under an hour, but I had no deaths, which is always helpful as well. Although sometimes dying might actually move you somewhere faster, because the speedrun doesn't say you can't die. I actually did know that you could ride bears. I've never done it before, but I actually did know you could ride bears, just like you can ride bucks. You have to for the one shrine. But hey, Korok! I need to find 4 more of you guys too, Korok, buddy. So I thought that wish it would stop snowing. I've probably never said that in my life, but... Man, I want to say that it is... This way? Yeah. I want to say the tower's down here somewhere. I just don't know. I feel like this is an ancient temple of some sort. I see that shrine all the way down there, and I see that stupid I don't see the tower. Should I go for it? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's go this way. Paper Mario for N64. I've not. When I was a kid, I played the original Paper Mario, but I did not. I've only played through the full game of Super Paper Mario. Whoa! Didn't even see him there. Oh, he's a treasure chest one. All right. Oh. Oh, there he went. There he goes again. All right. I didn't even know there was a bowling minigame site. I'm the bowling coach. I probably should have known that. Let's get out my stupid thing. Oh, it's one of those. I can't do that. Okay. Well, let's just get rid of this guy. I'm not really worried about that treasure chest. I'm more worried about just getting out of here. So, let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. I know I can't be too far off. Is it west of where I am right now, Will? I mean, I could do Paper Mario 64. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That game is probably not too long. I have all the hookups for N64, so I can do that without a problem. Super Paper Mario is great. I also played Mario Color Splash, and honestly, like, it was not very well received, but it is so funny. It is a very funny game. The Shy Guys in that have such great personality. People are like, oh, the Shy Guys or all the enemies in the game are just Shy Guys. But they're all different. I mean, they're not all different, but there are a lot of different Shy Guys. It's not like you're fighting the same Shy Guy all game. I loved Color Splash. They probably will port it to Switch someday. Maybe next year, because a lot of people didn't play it. I think they might start porting the Mario and Luigi series as well, because a lot of people really like the Mario and Luigi series. So, wild berries, and oh, it's stopped snowing. All right. Going back to the west, I can see, but I can't see the tower. 700 plus hours, 650 Korok seeds. That's dedication. I probably am getting close to 250 hours between both of my playthroughs, and I probably have another 50 to 100 hours. There is a guy, can't remember how many hours, but he sent the picture to Nintendo Voice Chat, and he's played something like 24 days of this game or something like that, which is roughly what 20 days would be 480 hours. I guess you maybe have played more than that even. It's a Lionel out there. Yeah, Color Splash is really good, Dexter. It's very, very good. You might, honestly, 1,200 hours in Skyrim, yeah, that's too much. That's 40-something days. Hey, Lionel, does he see me? Is that question mark filling up? It is. He's getting angry. Do you believe the Wii U is dead? Yes, the Wii U is dead. They're not going to release. So, this is kind of a funny story. Believe it or not, there was a game released for the Wii, a new game released for the Wii, the original Wii, last fall. In 2017, there was a new game released for the original Wii. Anyone know what that one is? Because I know what it is. It was released for... It's multi-plat. It's not a Nintendo exclusive. It was released for Switch and Wii and Wii U. All of them. Well, did I go too far west? Should I be going south? That's why you don't mess with Link. I need to switch off that. Oh, I have the crappy bow. All right. I probably should switch off these arrows too. Let's see. I didn't think this tower would take so long to find. I thought I had a pretty good idea where it was, but I guess I didn't. I'm not careful, I'm just going to run into the Giga hideout out of nowhere. Right, I'm close to the summit of these mountains. Yes, I actually recently heard. I know there was Atari games, a lot of them released in the 1990s that people didn't know about. But yeah, I heard there was an Atari 2600 game. I don't know if it was released in the 2010s. But I know there was definitely an Atari 2600 game released in the... Like, oh, that's terrible. Released in the 2010s. I can't remember who published it, but I remember it. Come on, Cobble Crusher, you dumb two-handed weapon. Here we go. Oh, that was a sapphire. It's just gonna roll down there. Well, you know, as long as there are, you know, people in the 50s playing game consoles, the Wii will always be around. So, sorry for people in the 50s if you're watching. What the heck? Where did you come from? I'm not gonna go down there after that. The game released for Wii was Just Dance 2018. And it's actually good marketing, believe it or not, by, I think Ubisoft makes it, because they looked at their demographics, and this is all true, you can look it up, there's a big story about it, that a large portion, is this another chest that's like a, no, that's an actual chest, a larger than normal, or expected, I guess, percentage of people that own a Wii are Hispanic families. And Hispanic families... Oh, that's terrible. That Knight's Halberd is terrible. Hispanic families, for some reason, it's like they love Just Dance. And so, Just Dance... I don't know if it... I think... I'm not wrong about this, but I think Just Dance 2018 has sold more copies for Wii than Wii U. Because of that. And it's good marketing. It's good, you know, it's really... smart marketing. They know their audience and have done like that background stuff. Come here, you garbage thing. Stupid Octorok. Alright. Get this one. There's another Octorok right there as well. Yeah, PS2 had really big legs. It was around for a way longer time than people actually think. I mean, as far as I know, it's the only non-handheld console to sell 100 million units. I guess the only handheld console to sell 100 million units is the DS as well, but... where is this dang tower? I'm like at the top of the world. I should be able to see it at this point. Yeah, I know people that still play their PS2s, and tons of people still play PS3, and Xbox 360s. So, all right. Oh, it's near the village? No, that's the Tabantha Towers near Rito Village. I'm looking for the Wasteland Tower. Well, oh. What's down here? That's a shrine quest. Maybe I should just mark that on the tower. Where am I? There we go. We'll stamp that to come back, because that's something that I'll have to do later. So at least I know where that is. You know, you figure, and maybe this is like one of those towers that's kind of hidden, because a couple of the towers are hidden. It could be one of those towers. It's just like, oh, there's a shrine. What the heck? Well, I just missed a shrine that's sitting out in the middle of nowhere. That's what that green mark is, a shrine that's just in the middle of nowhere. So, go to Tabantha Tower and look from there. Okay, cool. I will do that. Can't believe that one shrine was just out in the middle of nowhere. And I had it marked, and then I just never went to it. Yeah, I was that way with the N64, as far as like having all the stuff. So the consoles I own, I don't... Okay, so it's kind of weird. I don't own a Game Boy, but I can play any game on the Game Boy because I have a different adapter. So, alright. So there's Tabantha Tower, and I see that shrine right there. That's the green shrine. But I don't see the tower anywhere. The Wasteland Tower. And like, I was just up here. That was where I was, where I marked that one spot. So, but I just don't see it. So consoles I own an NES, I own an SNES, I own a Fairy Fountain, a bunch of luminous. Have I opened that Fairy Fountain before? Yes, I have. I have not seen that. I own an N64. I own a GameCube. I own the Game Boy Advance adapter for the GameCube, meaning I can play any Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games on my GameCube. I own a Game Boy Advance. I own 2 3DSs, meaning I can play any DS game as well. And I own Wii and Wii U and Switch, and I have 2 docks for my Switch, one in my living room and then one here in my bedroom as well, so I can record, because all my recording software is in here. So I'm totally going the wrong way. I got excited by those luminous stones. So to answer your question, I don't know how many I own, but I just listed all of them. So I can play any game, basically, that Nintendo has ever made, except for the Virtual Boy lineup. And, funny enough about the Virtual Boy... wow, Link, you just climbed over those spikes like a boss. Funny about the Virtual Boy is that you can actually get them really cheap still. And I probably should buy one. Because someday those will be like... People don't keep them. Like, they're garbage. They're so bad. Like, the systems are not good. The games are not good. They gave people, like, migraine headaches and stuff. But right now, they're still cheap. You can get them relatively inexpensively. But someday, I just have this feeling that they're going to be worth a lot of money, because there were not very many produced. For those of you that don't know what the Virtual Boy is... Am I going the wrong way again? How did I turn around so far? The Virtual Boy is 3D, the first 3D console. It was made back in 1994 or 5. I'm not exactly sure which one. And I guess the best way to describe it is they had like these binoculars you looked in, and it was all 3D red polygons, and like there were like foregrounds and backgrounds, and it looked like they were jumping toward you, but there was no color. It was all red. Yeah, it was like the first VR thing, 3D VR system, and it was from the mid-90s, and it just flopped. It was around monochrome red. It was around for just a few years, because everyone wants to play video games in red. Red is like the color you want to play in. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting close to that shrine. Is it on top of that ridge? I'm going to have to climb up anyway, so I might as well do it now. Someone just came in, CGV, CJ, Yiga forever. Yep. I have not done the Yiga Clan hideout, but I think that's going to be like one of my bonus videos I do. Is the Yiga Clan hideout. That's funny. Why would you why would you be a human that would be like on Ganon's side? I didn't understand that. Like, Yiga Clan, get a brain. Like, Ganon hates you, he wants you to die, why are you supporting him? I feel like Yiga are kind of like the anarchists, if that makes sense. They're kind of like the anarchists of the game. I feel like they're not really on anyone's side. I mean, they say they are, but I feel like if Ganon tried to, like, mess with them, they would probably fight Ganon, too. So. Alright, well, here's this shrine that I just, like, completely ignored and, like, took off my radar. But, it's a shrine that I found and then decided not to go to. And so we'll go in here and see what's going on. Another test of strength. That's fine. I am completely happy doing tests of strength all day. I mean, it's not exciting for you guys because you guys have been watching me do tests of strength all day, but let's change our armor to... There we go. And change to Ancient Battle Axe. Cool. And now I'm ready to fight. Oh, this one should be easier because it's got the pillars. So yeah, I guess between all the systems, the Nintendo's had 7 generations of console systems. Come on, big guy. What are you gonna do? And I have all 7 of those, and then I can play all the handhelds, and they have 4 generations of handhelds. So. Dude, you're just gonna run right into that pole. Are you dumb? Oh, I hit the button. Come on. Do it again. Too early. Boo. I don't like when they have the shields. Oh, that axe is so tough. It's alright. I've got Hardy Wildfire boots. Here we go. No! There we go. That was like perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, get my other Ancient Battle Axe out. Actually, maybe I should use my Edge of Duality. No, I don't have the Game & Watches. That's funny that you would even mention those, because most people don't even know that exists. I also don't have ROB. So, if you consider ROB a system. Not a true Nintendo fan if you don't. Hey, you know what? You can still get them. It's not like they're gone forever. I mean, I have like 700 Nintendo games between all the systems, so... I wish I had more cartridges, because a lot of the games I have, I just have virtual console releases of them. But I do have hundreds of cartridges. I'd say I have like a good 400 something cartridges. Come on. Man, I'm doing really well. Alright, this is where he goes into his like mode where he's gonna fire his red laser at me. Come on, Link. Yeah! Take that. Woo! You forgot ROB existed? How can you forget about ROB? He's in Smash? He's like more well known than Game & Watch. I'm just playing. But for real, like, ROB is GOAT? No, that's not true at all. If you want to see a really, really funny episode of Angry Video Game Nerd, go watch the episode where they play ROB with Stack Up and Gyromite. I laughed so hard that I cried. Like, crying, laughing. It's so funny. I do have the Power Pad. I don't have the Power Glove. I don't have any games to play with the Power Pad because I don't have World Class Track Meet. Or that other game, the other Olympics game, whatever it was. I do have a turbo controller. I used to have a joystick controller, but my mom gave it away, so I don't have that anymore. But I have had many, many Nintendo accessories in my life. I actually don't know if I have the Power Pad with me. It might be in a box either at my mom's or my dad's, but I do have it somewhere. I really should get that World Class Track Meet cartridge because it's not expensive. Thanks for watching this Breath of the Wild 120 Shrine Quest video with Royal Syrup Gamer. Yesterday I found a shrine encased in ice in the Heber region. If you missed that video, you can watch it right now by clicking the link at the left side. And if you still need to subscribe, please click my face in the bottom right hand corner. Thanks again for watching me, the Royal Syrup Gamer.